All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, Nigerians thought they had seen the worst under Buhari, but ever since TINUBU took over, it's been an unbelievable tale of disaster. As at May 29, 2023, a bag of rice in Nigeria was between 30 to 35,000 naira. Now it is selling between 59 to 65,000, and in few days there is a 100% assurance that it will rise to between 70 to 85,000 because of the increase in the cost of cargo clearance by this administration. The ultimate destination for a bag of rice, from what I'm saying, is around 100,000 naira. Yes, that's where that thing is going, or even slightly more. And this sort of increase will be visited upon every single commodity in this country as a result of evil policies from this evil government. I did say earlier this year that I expect a massive national protest against this administration in the course of the year. It's been brewing in the southwest. We have seen agitations in Ekiti, in Ondo and Ogun State. Now it has moved to the north central. We have seen demonstrations in Kano. Slowly, they will all come together into one massive protest in the course of this year as hardship continues. About 2 hours ago, the people of Niger State took to the streets and blocked everywhere. Shut down the state. They have shut down everywhere. They say they don't tire. They began protesting against the hardship, the wickedness of this evil administration. The protest was massive. Before I show you the video of that massive protest and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this interview that further proves, that further shows that this administration has no plan for the young people of this country. The Minister of Youth was asked how the government plans to tackle the Japa syndrome, which has seen some of our best and active brains flee Nigeria. And her response was a fairy tale, a very confusing, imaginary concept that can't even accommodate our best brains. See the video.
Not the case here. There is the Japa syndrome. Nigerians are in droves. They're collecting national passport, international passport, not because it's what they wanted, but because they want to travel out. Is there any plan on this Japa syndrome, on how to create more jobs and retention in the country? The brain drain is killing the Nigerian economy.
Thank you very much, Sean, for that question. Well, we all understand that government cannot create all jobs for all citizens. However, government can create enabling environment for the private sector to create jobs. So, and that will bring me to an initiative of President Bola Ahmed TINUBU, which is the Youth Villages Project, which will be, the Youth Villages Project would be a project that leverages basically on comparative commodities of competitive advantage. You will agree with me that more than ever before, I always say this, that even though I wasn't born immediately after the Nigerian Civil War, I know that there have been a lot of, our diversity has divided us so much in Nigeria, and even worse was our divisions were even more apparent after the 2023 general election. However, even though we're not coming out of a post-war situation, it was apparent that our diversity has divided us so much more. But how do we harness this diversity and turn this diversity into a strength now towards national development and prosperity, a shared prosperity for all? Well, we need to first of all begin to see ourselves as geo-economic zones now, because every geopolitical zone has a commodity of competitive advantage over the other. And it is until we start to see each other as, business partners for instance, then we will begin to prosper. We will move from being a developing nation to an actually developed nation. So I'll give you some instances of some examples of this kind of commodities. And we want to be able to use these commodities to build economies around these sustainable, youth villages that we hope to build. And because we also understand, right, that we cannot build cities or villages in 2, 3, or 4 years. Right, so we hope to also leverage on already existing structures because we don't want to reinvent the wheel.
Are these cities going to be, villages rather, going to be in each state of the federation?
Well, we want to start with each geopolitical zone first. Okay. So, for instance, we have in the Northwest the strength. We know that we used to have very good textile industries in the North. So how about we develop this cotton value chain up to the point of textile production, and then across that value chain we will be able to infuse young people to be able to play roles in these villages. We want young people to own at least 80% of the businesses, and then through of course public-private partnership and investments, either domestic direct investments or foreign direct investments. And we hope also know that beyond just being part of the workforce, young people deserve some equity in these businesses. And we know, well, the vision is to be able to build and nurture 1 million young entrepreneurs over a 10-year period.
You heard her. Now, that was the Minister of Youth speaking on the government's plan for the youth of this country. Please, if she made any sense to you, let me know in the comment section. For me, she didn't make any sense at all. They hope to build youth villages. You are still hoping. After 9 months in office, you saw how confused she sounded because the ideas are so unclear and so uncertain. That's why it cannot even take off. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. And this tweet here by Ade King. Ade called on a popular APC supporter, Yemi King. He said, at Yemi King, brother, come and help me understand what this lady is saying. I see a lot of lips movement, but can't pick the points. I'm telling you. And this tweet here says, they are doing everything with mouth. Nothing serious on ground. Call her next 2 years. She will tell you the same story. That is exactly what will happen. And this tweet here by Dede says, anyone who says she or he is going to stop Japa syndrome fails to understand the root cause. Bad governance, corruption, lack of amenities, opportunities, insecurity, injustice, inequality. Even the government don't jackpot to France. Where is the hope? That is it. And this tweet here says, saying so much and saying nothing at the end. That is exactly what I saw here. Nothing at the end. No plan for Nigerian young people. What a shame. Now, let us look at that protest in Niger State. Thousands of protesters trooped out in Minna, the capital city of the state, and they blocked the roads. See the video. You saw that. Hundreds, thousands of Nigerians blocking the major roads there. And that was in Minna, the capital city of Niger State. And this was what I said at the beginning of this year. I foresee massive protest against this government. A time will come, this sort of thing will be taking place in many cities within a state, in almost all the states of the federation. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here says, I'm waiting for Ajuri in Galali or Bayo Nonuga to tell us that the protest currently happening in Minna is politically motivated and not due to the hardship in the country. And this tweet by Aliyu Gimba says, they have the right to protest. There is so much hardship in the land. People are frustrated and depressed. It is just unbearable. But I don't support the idea of blocking roads for other users. Yes, they should take that to the government house. I believe they will do that soon. And this tweet here says, there have been more revolutions in history for the lack of bread than for any other reason. Nigerian power brokers should be watching with caution. Yes, you cannot render people hungry and you think they will just be looking at you. And this tweet here says, the revolution will start from the north. Yes, from the north, and let it move to the southwest. Then other parts of the country can join. And this tweet here says, this is just the beginning. This one say, hunger won't finish them. I'm telling you, my brother, they don't dry finish. And this tweet by 5 cents says, the cost of living is unbecoming. So terrible. So terrible. Every day, the prices of items must increase. And this tweet by Gbemisola says, UK and co are also suffering. So why are these people trying to demarket Tinubu's government? We should be praising him, I beg. Gbemisola is being sarcastic there, because anytime you talk about suffering in Nigeria, people like Bayo Nonuga and ministers, some ministers will come out and say it is not only in Nigeria, it's everywhere in the world. So Gbemisola is being sarcastic. And this tweet by lawyer Anwomasi says, any government that will make any policy which it knows will affect the masses is bound to fail. Subsidy removal is not for any underdeveloped country like Nigeria, which has over 70% poor citizens. That is the problem with these people. They don't listen. Once they just take a decision, they go out there and implement it at the detriment of the masses. Look at this increase in the cost of cargo clearances. I am telling you, that thing is going to set this country ablaze. And this tweet here says, I wish this can take place in all the states of the federation. The cost of living is difficult for the common citizen, while the few elites in the corridors of power are busy looting. That is it. It will take place. And this tweet by Zubair Abdullahi says, finally, it has started. The hardship is becoming unbearable. I understand that people are in dire need and they must act, but I'm just surprised that under 8 years of Buhari's destruction, there was no single protest in the north. Well, I don't know why. But all I have to say is that Tinubu was part of those who put Buhari on Nigerians. Buhari contested election about 3 or 4 times and lost until CPC went and formed that measure with ACN. And they found a way of using this, their Yoruba and Fulani marriage, to continue to rip this country apart. I don't care if the North did not protest under Buhari. This is just the beginning for this fraudulent administration. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So, don't go away. Don't go away.